Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you. Today is the day that has finally been rumored about. Velvet Sky has been granted her release from TNA. Heavily surprised by this. Velvet Sky was probably the most over TNA knockout on the roster for TNA. The only problem is that she can't wrestle, and she never has. She's way over for her looks. She was an awesome person to meet at WrestleMania, at Access. No, not Access, at Wrestle Reunion, I apologize. She wasn't involved with WWE at all. But out of everybody there that was at Wrestle Reunion, she arrived late. And when she did arrive, she by far had the longest line of anybody waiting to meet her. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But back to the wrestling side of it, she's been heavily involved with TNA and been one of the most over TNA knockouts for the past, I'm guessing, at least 4 years, maybe 5 years that she's been there. But the fact is that she's never gotten her wrestling skills up, and once she's gotten in the ring, she's not really believable. She was a former Knockouts champion. They gave it to her probably just because of her popularity, but she never was really able to improve on her skills. And I think a lot of people are going to say that they miss her. But I think the TNA Knockouts division needs to keep growing on the one thing that they have that WWE doesn't have, and that's good women's wrestling. They have people there like Tara. They have people like Mickie James that actually can get in there and mix it up and have an awesome, good match. And I think that's what TNA is looking for. If you want to just see good-looking bimbos that can get in the ring and just sort of roll around, I mean that's why WWE has Kelly and a bunch of other girls like that. They go for looks of girls like the Bellas over girls that can actually wrestle. I have no idea why these girls go through FCW for WWE because when they're there and they get moved up, most of these girls can't go. They are able to find a whole lot of girls out there that do have wrestling skills, and WWE doesn't want them. Do I think that with Angelina Love and Velvet Sky out there on the free agency market, I don't think WWE will bring them in to reform the beautiful people at all. I just think WWE has a thing where they go out and they find good-looking girls where they don't have to pay them that much money, and they send them up through FCW to the main roster, and that's that. I don't think they want to go out and find somebody. They signed a star in Karma, and she's already on her way out because they couldn't figure out anything to do with her once they brought her in. And they gave her that big push, when she beats a whole bunch of people and she's gone through everybody. And what else do you really have for her? Women's wrestling is always going to be women's wrestling for TNA. For WWE. It's just going to be the spot filler before the main event. You get to see John Cena out there. That's what they always use it for, and that's what they always will use it for. Hoping that she has a backup plan. I know that I thought it was weird that a fitness magazine already planned to put Velvet Sky and Angelina Love on the cover of an upcoming issue. I just saw that on Twitter. Velvet Sky retweeted it a few days ago, and I thought that TNA would allow her to be on the cover with a non-TNA wrestler, even though the photo shoot was probably when Angelina Love was still with the company. But I thought they might put the axe to it, or at least ask for Velvet to have the cover by herself. Now that they did that, but what they do from here, they're probably going to try to do like the autograph shows and independent shows, but I don't know how they're going to make the money that they could have been making with TNA right now. I think that money's going to dry up sooner than later, and the people that are really going to want to bring them in is going to dry up as well. Maybe they have a backup plan. I know that Velvet Sky a couple of years ago was a butt double in a movie. I can't remember what it was, but the movie wasn't that good. Whatever it was, but maybe she'll get into acting or try to do something like that, but we'll have to see. But as of right now, Velvet Sky has cut ties with TNA, and we'll have to see where we go from here.